Hello everybody and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I've got a very special request and it comes from the channel Our Show, Our Story. And if y'all's watching, you gotta forgive me because I can't remember your names. Except for Ruby, because Ruby was my grandma, so I remember her name. Anyways, they requested that I make a peanut butter fudge. And you have to forgive me again because I went looking for the comments and I couldn't find them. So I think what it was, someone had told them about a fudge. It was just like 3 ingredients. It was peanut butter, marshmallow fluff, and milk, I think it was. So that's what we're making today, sort of. Anyway, before I get started, if you are new here, my name is Cheri, and if you love food and fun like I do, hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell and check the description below because you'll find details on how subscribing helps to feed the hungry. So I researched everywhere because I think I've made like fantasy fudge on the back of the marshmallow cream jar, and I think I've made peanut butter fudge, but I don't think I've ever made a fudge with the two of these mixed together, much less with milk, because I'm pretty sure that's what you guys said, maybe milk. And so when I went looking, yes, I found like a ton of variations on this recipe. So there were some that had just regular milk, and in my mind, I don't know how that would really set up because the marshmallow cream is, you know, creamy, and the peanut butter is creamy. Actually, I'm using almond butter today. I like that better. But those are both creamy, and if I put a liquid in there, I see how that's going to set up to make fudge. Like, it needs to be firm when I cut it. So then there was some that had sweetened condensed milk or evaporated milk, and then others that had one of those and then some sugar. There was just a lot of variations. So I'm gonna guess that the reason you guys wanted me to make this or that you liked the recipe was because it was simple and it was only 3 ingredients. So I was trying to stick to just 3 ingredients, and what I decided to do is we're gonna make a white chocolate peanut butter fudge. Is what we're gonna do. So instead of using like the sweetened condensed milk, I'm gonna use almond bark instead because I think this will firm back up. My only concern is that sometimes when you mix things into like almond bark, especially like food coloring, it'll just like kind of seize up and it gets hard. So one of the things I want to do is make sure that I've got everything open and easy to get to. Like, I don't want to melt that and then try to be open in this jar at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and open these. And I'm going to guess somebody will probably ask, can I use marshmallows instead of marshmallow fluff or marshmallow cream? And yes, the answer is yes and no. So marshmallows are not going to react the same way. It doesn't have the same consistency. And basically marshmallow cream is like when you go to make Rice Krispie treats, how you melt the butter and then stir the marshmallow in, from the way I understand it anyway. So that's what is in here. So if you wanted to use regular marshmallows, I would melt them down in the microwave with a little bit of butter first, and I would use that in place of it. So I'm going to go ahead and scrape this out of here and put it in a bowl so it's easier for me to just get out when I'm going to be in a hurry here in a minute, I think. My gosh, this stuff is so sticky. Sticky and yummy. That's how I would describe marshmallow cream. Sticky and yummy. My husband doesn't like marshmallow, so we're going to see who really likes this fudge because he doesn't like marshmallow and I don't care for peanut butter. Our kid will probably like it. Okay, so now for not peanut butter, almond butter. Oh, I will like this one. I'll be him that doesn't like it because it's almond butter. I love almonds. So this is a 12-ounce jar. And I think most of the recipes called for like 3/4 of a cup. And this should be roughly a 1.5 cups. So I'm going to say about half of this we're going to put in there. So it would probably be maybe 3/4 of this we'll put in there. I'm going to put in equal amounts. That's what I'm going to do. Equal amounts. That'll make it easy to remember anyway. Equal amounts of almond butter and there, that should be about the same. Does that look the same? Get it off of here. And another question you might have is, can I use all natural peanut butter versus, you know, the regular peanut butter? No. I only say that I really don't know. But from what I read, everyone says, no, it doesn't set up the same. That you need like the sugar and whatever else they put in here to make it, you know, make it set up. All right, so equal amounts, marshmallow and almond. And then I need some almond bark. So this comes in a 24-ounce package. I want half of this, so 12 ounces. And I'm just gonna put this in the microwave and we're gonna melt it on high, and I'm just gonna take it out every 30 seconds and stir it till it's completely melted. Okay, so another thing you can do while you're waiting on your chocolate to melt is get your packaging ready for your fudge. So I'm just gonna pour this straight in the tins. I like the way it looks that way. And I'm just gonna turn the tins over and then I'm just gonna trace around them with a marker. So I've got 2 tins that I'm gonna do. Do the same thing here. And then we can just cut this out with scissors and lay it in the bottom of our tins. So I will do that, and I will be right back with hopefully some melted chocolate. Okay, so I have my parchment lined in my tins. And the other thing I thought, I'm going to go ahead and decorate the top of the tins. So that way it's all done, ready to go. And I'm not trying to mess with the tins after I put the chocolate in. So on this one, I have got a glue stick. And I'm not sure that a glue stick is really going to be enough to hold this. But if not, I can always get out the glue gun later. I love a glue gun and glue. I always say a glue gun is to a woman what duct tape is to a man. Is that not true? So what I've got here is I just started going through some old Christmas cards. And these were actually not ones that were sent to me, but I had extras from a few years back that I didn't send out. And so since I had some of these left over, I decided to use it as decoration for this tin, since it's about the same size. Now, this is something to keep in mind too. If you really like a Christmas card you get, or even just a portion of it, you can take that and frame it. I always think that makes really cute, like holiday home decor. And even gift bags. If you find a gift bag that has something on it you really like, take it out, cut it, and frame it to fit. So this one I'm going to cut, and we are going to glue this to the top of the tin. Now, like I said, I'm not sure that this glue stick's going to hold it down, but we'll see. I got a little bit other part here to trim off. A little bit more to trim off, that's what I meant to say. My fur's coming off here a little bit. See how it's kind of, the fuzzies are coming off. That's why I wanted to do this before I put the chocolate in there, is to get this step out of the way so it wasn't falling in my box with my chocolate. Okay, so we're going to run our glue stick all along the back of here. Hopefully this is a good glue stick and it's not all dried out. And then after I've gone all around all the edges, just a little bit in the middle there. And then I'm going to put it right in the center. And then this has a little belt on it for Santa. And I ran a knife under here and just kind of lifted this. It's just stuck on with a couple of little stickers. So I just lifted that. And what I want to do now is take a gift tag. So these are just like Christmas tags. You can take a plain white piece of paper or cardstock. And I'm going to lay it under here so I can see where it goes. And then I've got some little teeny tiny stamps. So I bought these at a craft store, I think. And we are just going to write to and from. Actually, I was going to spell something different with this. I think I was going to write candy cane on a different package. So I'm just going to write candy cane, and then you guys will get the idea what to do. So I'm just going to use my little stamps here. Candy cane is a person, though. That's my friend Candy. We call her Candy Cane. I can hardly see these. I guess I need to look at them from this side. Where's my A? There we go. I don't think I spaced them properly, but there's my E. Surprised I'm not stamping them on here backwards. I've done that a ton of times. There we go. So, and my D's backwards. It's unique. It has character and personality now. So I'm going to leave this under here. And what did I do with my marker? I'm just going to kind of run it around here just so I know where to cut it. Take this back out. Cut it right there. And then take my glue stick again. Put some glue on the back. I don't really need a whole lot. And slide it back under the belt. Okay. So I have to melt the chocolate just a little bit more. It was almost done a second ago. So I'm going to set the lids aside. I'll finish melting the chocolate and I will see you in a second. All right, our chocolate's melted. I'm going to stir in my marshmallow first, I think. Instead of adding them at the same time and then stirring, I think I'm going to stir this first. See if we can get this incorporated, and then we'll put the almond butter in. All right, let's give this a good stir. I want to make sure it's smooth. There we go. Okay, I think I only have enough for like maybe 110 here. We'll see. See how much this made. Yeah, I think we're just going to do the 110 and that'll be it. And you know what? I think I'm just going to kind of bang this around on the counter to get it nice and flat. Okay, much better. So it's still not completely smooth on top. It's still a little lumpy, but it's level now and it's, you know, it's filled in all the corners. So I think that's good. If you wanted to, though, if you didn't care for like the texture that's on top, which I don't necessarily care for, I like it to look really smooth, especially when I cut into my fudge. I'm going to see if I have some white chocolate chips. Oh, yes, right here. I don't know if I have enough. Let's see how many we have here. I'm just going to sprinkle these over the top. Oh, yes, I like that. Now, because I sprinkled these, I probably won't cut it. I probably just gift it right like this. But what I do want to do is put it, well, I want to leave it on the counter. I don't want to put it in the fridge or anything to harden up. You want to leave it on the counter for a little bit. So I'm going to put the lid on and we'll wait a couple of hours and make sure that it sets up and it's firm and it's not going to like run out of the tin when I tip it sideways. All right, our fudge should be done. I think it's all set up and it's set up really, really nice. So I am impressed. That's a pretty easy recipe. Well, we'll see how hard it is to cut into. So I was going to give this as a gift, but I haven't tasted it yet. And you guys know I'm not a big peanut butter fan, but it smells really good. And again, it's got white chocolate in it. So anything with white chocolate and I am all in. So we're going to try to cut this. I'm just using my little, what do you call this? What do you call this? I don't know what it's called really. And I'm probably not doing a very good job of cutting this. But we got to taste it. We can't be giving away stuff that we haven't tasted. I don't know if it tastes any good. So you guys can probably do a better job than I of cutting this into squares. So I use that going that way. And then I'll use this. I'll just use whatever I can find that will score this and will fit in the pan. If I was given this for a gift, I would probably try to do a little bit of a better job of making these squares even. There we go. Let's see if we can get one of these out of here. So luckily we put the parchment in the bottom. So yeah, look, it comes straight up out of the tin. Look at that. So let's give this a try. Wow, it's really good. I actually took 2 bites. It was so good. Not a big peanut butter fan, but I think because I put the white chocolate in there, I really like it. The peanut butter's not overpowering and it's really smooth and creamy. I think it's delicious. I think I did a good job like putting the white chocolate in there, or the almond bark, I should say. Really easy to make, really, really delicious. You got to give this one a try for sure. So our show, our story. Thank you so much for your request. You guys got to make it and tell me what you think of it. And if anybody else has a request, put it in the comments below and I will be happy to do it for you. I thank you all so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.